When you fast regularly, something called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, a mouthful, or BDNF happens. Basically, it's a fertilizer for your brain's neurons to create new neurons. So your brain is going to have more plasticity, it's going to be stronger and more resilient to future stress. Who doesn't want a stronger brain? Hey carnivores, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. My name is Steak and Butter Gal, and I am outside today to answer the rest of your questions about intermittent fasting. Let's just get started. I have the questions on my phone, so I'll be looking at that and mentioning all of your names, whoever asked. So first question is by Rachel or Raquel013. She asks, how many hours did you fast for and what style is the most beneficial? So if you haven't watched my previous video of how I got into intermittent fasting and my whole process, do watch it. I explained how I started off with an 18-hour fasting window and I ate for 6 hours. And then I gradually got into 24-hour fast and 1 meal a day. So that's what I currently do now. I personally think whatever is most beneficial is what works best for your lifestyle and what makes you feel the best. So maybe that means this month you feel best with 16 hours fasting, 8-hour eating window. And maybe in 2 months you feel much more comfortable and thriving on 18-hour fast. I personally think what I do now, 1 meal a day, I thrive, I feel the best, and it gives me the highest mental clarity, the best mood, best energy to enjoy my life during the daytime, have fun, practice, study hard, and at nighttime I have something to look forward to, a huge steak and eggs or steak and butter meal. So that's what I love to do these days. Second question. Well, actually, a lot of you guys asked this question, basically my weight loss. I would redirect you guys to my previous video where I go in depth about my weight loss. But yes, once I incorporated intermittent fasting and the carnivore diet, I saw dramatic weight loss, very consistent weight loss, and I felt amazing while losing weight. And that is very rare because my whole life I have struggled with trying to lose weight and I have struggled with diet. I had eating disorders for sure. I would starve myself because I felt that I was gaining too much weight, and then weeks later I would be binging on junk food. This cycled for my whole life basically. So to be able to stabilize my weight long term and feel great is something that I do not take granted, and this is why I want to share it with you guys. When you combine these two, fasting and the carnivore diet, you will see weight loss results and you will feel so good. Mike Try 10 Keto asks, it is thought to be anti-inflammatory, but to what extent is it a good stress on the body? So I do agree with you that intermittent fasting is giving stress on the body, but it is a good type of stress. And this stress causes a huge list of benefits. So I thought I would just recap it so you guys could understand a little bit more about the science of intermittent fasting. The most beneficial factor of intermittent fasting and fasting in general is boosting your body's autophagy. So what is autophagy? It's basically your own body recycling all of its own cells, renewing and repairing all of the stress that has occurred in the body. It is an amazing thing, and if you want more of it, just do intermittent fasting. So what happens when your body increases autophagy? First, you're gonna live longer. Not only are you going to live longer, the quality of your life is so gonna improve. Okay, I don't know why I had a Cali girl accent just now. Second, it helps improve and boost your metabolism. Also, it totally heals your metabolism. So if you have eating disorders, if you have been restricting for a while, you want autophagy to heal that. 3, it decreases inflammation. So yes, Mike, intermittent fasting completely helps with decreasing inflammation. Now, if you want your inflammation to go down much faster and much more efficiently, then yes, I recommend long periods of fasting. 24 hours is great, 48 hours if you can make it, and 72 hours if you have the willpower. Anything longer than 72 hours, I personally do not recommend, especially if you are on a carnivore diet or if you even are on a keto diet, because your body is already low in carbs. There's no need to put that much stress on the body, especially if you are female. I will get into more of that later. Some other benefits of increasing your autophagy: better skin, and I mean it. You're gonna see a huge difference in the quality and appearance of your skin. You're going to get rid of your acne, scars are gonna fade, your complexion is going to clear up, and you're gonna just glow from within. Your hair is gonna grow. You're gonna have thicker, glossier hair. Your brain is going to be so sharp, it's actually going to be building new neurons. When you fast regularly, something called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, a mouthful, or BDNF happens. Basically, it's a fertilizer for your brain's neurons to create new neurons. So your brain is going to have more plasticity, it's going to be stronger and more resilient to future stress. Who doesn't want a stronger brain? If that's not enough benefits, you will also improve your immune system, your digestive health, and your muscle performance greatly. So this is why I freaking love intermittent fasting. I feel great, and I'm happy knowing that my body is making all of these improvements and all of these renewals. Next question is asked by Nutrition Talking. Did the weight come off quickly or slowly? It definitely came off very slowly, but very consistently and gradually. The weight started coming off once I incorporated intermittent fasting. Nowadays, my weight is pretty much stabilized because I make sure I eat enough in my 1 meal a day. But if you want to see weight loss, you need to be consistent, you need to be patient. But I also recommend light workouts, long walks, just some activity while you're fasted to boost your metabolism. Next question is asked by Katie. What do you do after OMAD? Bed usually right after. So she knows that I now eat my 1 meal a day at night. I've actually been doing this for the past 5 to 6 months now, because initially when I was in school in New York City, it would just work best for my busy lifestyle. I can go to school, I can work, I can practice, study, whatever, and then come home at night and just eat. I still do it just because I'm used to it and I feel great doing it. Now, what I do after eating nowadays in quarantine, I just lay in bed and watch Netflix with Steak and Butter Guy, but for like 2 hours before falling asleep. But back in New York, I actually would eat my huge meal and go outside and just take a stroll to help with the digestion. So honestly, it doesn't really matter. If you just eat before 8 p.m. or 3 hours before sleeping, you'll be fine. It's not going to affect your sleep. Okay, next question is asked by Cassidy Hills. She says, if you feel exhausted and brain fog from hunger, is there a trick to help during fasting? Yes, of course. Use salt. Use electrolytes, but I would prefer just sea salt as the electrolyte to help you with any brain fog or hunger. Now, if you're actually dealing with huge hunger pangs, then I would recommend you just eat some fat. Pure fat, okay? No protein, butter, suet. Just snack on that whenever you have hunger pangs, and that's gonna help reduce the hunger pangs immediately. Something else you guys can drink is sparkling water and coffee, just for an extra flavor and variety besides boring water. Tofu Paw 67, have you experienced any hair thinning? Good question. I did a prolonged fast last year and I did it for up to 14 days. Do I regret it? Kind of, but also not really, because I felt like a mythical goddess. It was honestly a spiritual experience more than anything. I initially wanted to do a 7-day fast just because I heard all this hype about it and I just wanted to try it at least once in my lifetime. So I did it during spring break because that's perfect. I don't have to worry about doing all these activities and feeling tired. I basically just stayed home. Now, the side effects of that long of a fast was hair loss. There was quite a lot of hair loss. Whenever I showered, I would be quite startled by the amount of hair that would come out. So this is why I don't really recommend long fasts more than 3 days, because you are going to experience hair loss. Now, with that being said, doing daily 1 meal a day, 23-hour fasts every day, my hair has not been shedding nearly as crazy. In fact, I have seen a lot of hair growth. My hair is shinier, it's thicker. I don't ever use conditioner anymore, and I still find my hair is soft and moisturized. So no, your hair is not going to be affected negatively if you do the shorter term fasts, 16-hour, 18-hour, 20, or 24. Is Loves Jazz 123. Hey Isabella. So she asks, what effects does it have on female hormones? Also, I love your new hair. Thank you very much. Steak and Butter Guy's mom cut it actually. I freaking love it. Now, the effects on female hormones, that is a great question, and I actually did some research. Because we are females, our bodies are designed to reproduce and carry babies. Therefore, our bodies naturally carry more body fat. So whenever our body feels like it's being starved or it feels hungry, it's going to react to that. For example, you might feel ravishing hunger, you might feel low mood and low energy. So this is all normal. It's just your female body trying to protect itself and its baby. Even though you're not pregnant, it's just naturally designed to do that. So this is why for females, it can be more difficult and challenging to incorporate intermittent fasting if you don't have experience. This is why I stress that if you are already on a low carb or zero carb diet, fasting is not necessary. But if you really, really want to try it and incorporate it, maybe for weight loss or just to feel your best, I would really, really do it slowly, gradually, and one step at a time. Now, for you females who find it difficult to stick to intermittent fasting, what I really recommend is alternate day fasting. So one day you just eat whenever you're hungry. The next day, try 16 hours fasted, 8 hours eat, and then the day after that eat whenever you're hungry and repeat. So alternate day fasting, and then ease your way into daily fasting. I think that's much more gentle on the body, especially if you're female. Ketones fueled, what type of intermittent fasting is more suited to women? So again, I recommend starting off with alternate day fasting. The days you're fasting, try 16 hours and work your way up. But for me, I personally thrive off 1 meal a day, 23 hours fasted. Dr. Carnivore Crisps, hi, asks, did it come easy for you, and how long did it take you until you felt like it was a second nature? So it came pretty easily and naturally for me, just because I took a lot of time to ease into it. I took 3 months of eating whenever I was hungry on the carnivore diet. And after those 3 months, I did 18-hour fast, 6-hour eating window for another 3 months before I gradually eased into 1 meal a day. So I would say it took a total of 4 to 5 months to achieve a comfortable 1 meal a day lifestyle. Oh, and also there were plenty of days where I was just like, fuck it, I'm not going to fast today. I'm hungry, so I'm just gonna eat. And that's totally fine and encouraged. You don't want to put that much stress on your body and make it feel like it's being starved, especially the days when you're like nearing your period and when you're on your period. I really don't recommend forcing your body to get through a day fasted. Just eat. Vala Lava asks, do you ever do extended fasts? If so, how often and how long? So I'll do like 48, 72-hour fasts once a month, once every 2 months. Honestly, the last time I did a fast longer than 24 hours was, I think, 3 months ago. So I haven't done it in quite a while. I just don't feel the need to do it. Usually the only time I feel the need to do it is when I eat something new and I get an allergic reaction or my eczema flares up. I have eczema here and here, as well as my chest. So whenever I eat something that maybe my body doesn't agree with, I always reset my body and my inflammation with a 2 to 3 day fast. Ellie asks, fat fast, do you do it and how? Oh, I'm glad you mentioned this. So I did mention that whenever you have hunger pangs, you can always help that with some butter, with some fat, suet. Now, I did actually do a 3 8-day butter fast because I stocked up on quality raw butter and I just wanted to experiment and see how I felt if I only ate butter for 3 days. Now, you're probably thinking, that's crazy, that's not enough food. Well, you have to first see how much butter I ate. I ate a tub like this big of butter per day. And man, I felt pretty great. The mental clarity was completely there, just as much as if I just did a 72-hour water fast, but I didn't have any hunger pangs. So I would actually recommend a fat fast as a way to get started into long-term fasting with just water. You can just eat the butter whenever you want and it's not gonna break the fast and it's not going to raise your insulin levels. So it's the best of both worlds. Lady Boss asks, what's going on? Not much, girl. What's going on with you? I'm just enjoying life in Seattle. Kind of missing New York, but the carnivore diet makes me happy anywhere. Ketones Fueled asks, which one of alternate day fasting or OMAD do you think is the best for women in fertile age? If you are pregnant and sticking with a keto, low carb, zero carb diet, please don't fast, just eat whenever you're hungry. Now for women, I honestly just encourage you guys to experiment and do what feels right. Don't force your body. Next question asked by XHN, I'm not gonna say it, it's not really a word, but she or he asks, difference between OMAD and IF. OMAD is 1 meal a day. So however long that meal takes you to eat is going to be your eating window. And the rest of the day is your fasting window. So 1 meal a day is basically intermittent fasting. The other types of styles is like 2 meals a day, but within a 6-hour window, or 2 meals a day within an 8-hour window. It honestly should just be 1 meal a day or 2 meals a day. The last question goes to Amanda. Can you dispel as to why IF can be just as beneficial to women as men? As in, it's not harmful. I think this whole video sums up how intermittent fasting can be just as beneficial to women. If you want to improve your muscle performance, your digestive system, your immune system, your brain function, just incorporate some intermittent fasting. Now, just because I'm doing 1 meal a day does not mean you have to do it to feel the benefits that I'm feeling. Honestly, if you just even do 16 hours every single day, you're going to reap all of the benefits I mentioned in this video. So whether you're a woman or a man or anything in between, incorporating IF with a low carb, zero carb carnivore diet is the best thing you can do for your body, your health, your weight goals, your overall beauty. Okay, so females, if you want to look beautiful, just incorporate some light fasting here and there. That's actually all of the questions. Quite a lot, actually. I'm pretty sure this video is going to be more than 20 minutes, but watch it if you like. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Comment below if you have any more questions, your thoughts, your feedback. As always, I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys stay meat fueled and have some time to show me your steak smirk. SB Gal out. Huh? Oh. I'm filming. Okay. You want to say hi?
No, you should delete that part though.
It's okay. I'll just edit it out.
Such a nice day today.
I know, that's why I'm doing it outside.
What the fuck?
I love you.